Hey Flosstube, Ashley here, Boogie Stitcher on YouTube, on Etsy, on Instagram, and Facebook is Boogie Stitcher's Crafting Corner. Coming to you guys with a whip update, a giveaway announcement, and an unboxing all in one. So it's gonna be kind of a fun video. I have a lot of stitching, not a ton of different things that I've stitched, but still a fair bit of stitching, and yeah, let's go ahead and just dive right into it. First one up, we have my Night Fairy. I'll pull the picture up right now. I keep all my pictures on my phone in like a folder of like things that I'm working on, so that way I can easily just kind of pull it up. And that is this one. And I did about 150 or so stitches on her. I wanted to do a little bit more, but I just got too tired. But here is where she is. I have to remove everything. There we go. So I've just been working over here trying to fill in some more of this background color, and then I filled in a little bit of the background color in here, but not very much. Again, 150 or so, not very much stitching, but every stitch counts on this one. So there's that one. Next up, I got an oldie out. So I've been trying to stitch a little bit more on some of my older projects while also starting my new projects and stitching on my new designs, since I now have the Etsy shop. So this one I pulled out, and I'm actually stitching this one with Shelly Lewis. Oops, sorry, bumped you. And I'll go ahead and post her YouTube channel in the description box down below. The stitching colorist Shelly Lewis, I believe, is her YouTube name. But I'm stitching the pink side, she's stitching the blue side, and then we're going to swap when we both have our sides completed. Of course, we've both been like super busy, so this one definitely hasn't had enough love. But that's why I got it out. So let me take the hoop out really fast because I just stitched on this last night. Or yesterday, I guess. So here is mine. So I already had a majority of the purple and the pink. What I did do is I did do this little twirly right here of this dark purple. I did from here down on the black. I brought this black from here all the way down. And that's what I've done on mine so far. We are definitely getting there. I'm more than halfway done with my section now. So I only have, since the light adjusts, I only have like from here down. So that's less than half. Maybe I'm still not quite half. No, I am a little bit further than halfway. And then I'll wait for Shelly to finish, and then we'll swap. So there's that one. And then I am working on a landscape challenge in a Facebook group. I'm sorry about the pronunciation. Miho? Anyway, I'll leave her Facebook group down below. She's doing a landscape challenge where you pick a very long landscape and work on it. And I've been trying to do a strand a day. This one is European Town that I got from a spring brand, and here it is. It's absolutely huge. This is 11 count, and it's 897 stitches long or wide by 150 tall. So I am just working over here in this section right now, trying to get this house done. Part of me has thought about doing this section, cutting it off, and then doing this, cutting it off, and then piecing them all and framing them all differently. I'll decide that later because there is some details in between the houses, but not like a ton. And so I think I might be able to kind of cut it off or not stitch those details and just have a bunch of Victorian houses. And then of course it would be way easier to frame because this is 217 centimeters wide, and trying to find a frame for that is going to be very challenging. So I don't know, or I'll like maybe cut it in half and do one above and then one below. I don't know. We're still deciding. I have a long ways to go before any of that. But this is 11 count. I wanted to get this 14 count, but at the time excuse me, I didn't want to get this 14 count. I wanted to find it as an 11 count because at the time I hadn't ever really stitched 14 count. So it was kind of completely new to me. And when I finally saw this as 11 count, I had to steal it. But of course, I've been so intimidated by it that I haven't stitched like any of it. But I have also been intimidated by it because I switched it to 10 stitch. And I've never seen anyone stitch this 10 stitch before. So what I decided to do is for the stitches that are involved in this are half cross and full cross. So anywhere there's half cross, I'm using only 3 strands 10 stitch because that's what normally would call for. And then anywhere it calls for full cross, I use the full 6 strands for my 10 stitching. So this is where I've gotten to. Again, not like a ton, but again, I'm only doing 1 or 2 strands a day, whatever I kind of feel like. So I've done these bushes over here and I started working on the building. So there's that. Next up we have my Dragon Girl. So this one I actually took camping with me this last weekend. I went camping and I always like to bring at least 1 or 2 kits with me. This one, I only brought this one this time. And I didn't get like a ton of stitching time because of course I was camping, but I did get to move the hoop, which was really nice. So let me take the needle minder out. And of course now it smells like camping, so it's gonna take a while to like air out, but that's okay. Okay, last time I was stitching on it, I know, I'm trying to weave in, by weave in I mean stitch in all of these hanging threads because they're all driving me crazy now. I've got too many. But last time I showed it, I was just about here. I was just about to start working down the dragon's neck. So I started stitching the neck, stitched about right here, stopped, and then decided the hanging threads are driving me crazy. So I came over here and stitched in all of this background right in here. Now I'm coming in between her wings and I'm stitching in all of these hanging threads because they're driving me crazy. So I'm just going around stitching in all the hanging threads and then I'm going to pick a spot and start over. So here is the whole thing. And then the neck is where I stitched a lot of this time. And this background up here. But yeah, there she is. She's doing great so far. This is an 11 count stamp kit that I, of my own design that is on my Etsy shop that I then sent to Fanzels to have a custom stamp kit created for me. So this is a 60 by 60 11 count that I'm using 6 strand 10 stitch on. So here's the back. And I'm still so surprised that I'm still stitching her. For me, normally I get tired of something after normally like one stitching session on it, which is like an hour. And after that, I'm normally done. But for her, I've been working on her since April 17th. So I've been working on her for a straight month and I haven't put her down. I have been working on other things in between, but I have been working on her consistently. So if that tells you anything, there you go. I'm loving her. All right, next up we have the SAL. So if you have missed it, or missed me announcing it, I'm hosting a free SAL. This is the Are You Mad SAL. And if you send me either a comment on YouTube or a message on Instagram or Facebook, I will send you the free pattern, at which point you can stitch it counted, or you can stitch it, like send it in to get a stamped kit or diamond painting or whatever you want, but it's completely free. We got several people starting to send in pictures now of their progress, which is super, super cool. But I sent mine to Dream Stitch. I sent it to get a 50 by 50, but unfortunately I didn't read the fine print of Dream Stitch, and I got the middle summer selection, and I asked for the 50 to 99 colors, expecting I'd get about 70 because that's my comfort zone. I got like 99 colors on here, which is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but it's working out okay. But then I ordered a 50 by 50, and because I didn't read the fine print, Dream Stitch actually is 10 centimeters less than whatever you order. So because I ordered a 50 by 50, I actually got a 40 by 40. but I think it's gonna be okay based off of my stitching, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. But here's the pattern. Hi, sweetie, and I got this 14 count. Hi, got your snack? Yeah. I'm gonna take it out of the hoop because I have a lot of stitching in different areas to show. What you got? Are you gonna come out and hang out with mommy? You gonna hang out and eat your snack now? So the first thing I wanted to do, because this was a smaller size than I was expecting, is I wanted to check and make sure the banner was going to look okay. Now don't be alarmed, I have a ton of hanging threads on here. Because there's so many colors, there's a lot of color changes. But here it is. So I came up here and did the banner first. And I wanted to make sure is looking good. And it is. I'm totally satisfied with how that is turning out. I am stitching this 14 count with 4 strands 10 stitch. And then after I found out the banner was looking good, I wanted to come up to the top left corner where most people start stitching, because I wanted to see the comparison between the stamped kit versus the counted kit and what it looks like. Of course, mine is going to be less stitch count than what I created the PDF pattern to be, because I created the PDF pattern to be 300 stitches by 300 stitches, and this one's only 220 because it didn't come in the size that I was expecting. It's my own fault, but it's still a major bummer. But it is looking good, so this is where I've gone to so far. Ooh, careful with the plants. So I can see the limbs. I can see some of them in the background, not as good as the 300 by 300. I would definitely recommend this one being a 50 by 50, maybe even a 60 by 60. But that's okay. It's stitching up pretty good. I love all of the colors. Oh, you got my clip? Okay, just don't mess with my needle minders, okay? Okay. But here's the whole thing so far. And I'm having fun with it. But one thing about Dream Stitch's stamping is their stamping is very crisp, but the ink color is it's not saturated, like hardcore saturated. So here's their stamping, super crisp, very clean stamping, but it is on the lighter side. And I'll show you that in a minute. What, honey? Oh no, you're out of water? Okay. Okay, I'm coming. One sec. Let me finish talking about this one pattern and then we'll go over there. So it's not quite as saturated. So for me, it's really hard to see at night unless I'm using a book light, which of course sometimes I have to recharge mine, which is just the way it goes. But if you can tell the difference here. So Fanzel's 11 count isn't quite as crisp. And there are some symbols that kind of like the arrows look like the dots sometimes, and these dashes sometimes look like the dots. But you can see it's a lot darker. The ink is more saturated, whereas Dream Stitch is crisper, but it's definitely a lot lighter. So for me, it's really hard to stitch on this at night. So I can only really stitch on it during the day. And sometimes even with the light, it is really hard as well. So for me, I personally prefer Fanzel's. Fanzel's 11 count, perfect. The other thing is Dream Stitch right now has the transit tax, or the tariff tax, excuse me. And it's like 50% of your purchase price. So if I buy a kit for $50, I have a tariff tax because I'm in the United States for $25, which is insane. Whereas Fanzel's right now only has like a $6 tax. Maybe a little bit more if, you know, no, because I spent $45 on one of my orders and it was $6 and some change for my tariff tax. So there is that. So keep that in mind if you're ordering from Fanzel's versus Dream Stitch. Those are the only two that I've ordered custom kits from, so those are the only two I have to compare. But the unboxing that we're gonna do here in a minute is from Fanzel's. So I ordered Dream Stitch, I ordered Fanzel's, then I ordered Dream Stitch, and I went back to Fanzel's. That's just what I prefer. Everyone's got different opinions on what they prefer, what they like to see, how they like to feel things. It's just everyone's own opinions. I have a sippy cup. But yeah, so I'm really loving the style. I'm loving seeing everyone's progress on it. It's so cool to see your designs being stitched by someone else. And again, if you are interested, there's no rules, there's no start date. It's a start along, not a stitch along. So, because we're all mad, right? What is it? What do you need open? Okay, I'm coming. Anyway, the style is super fun. If you still want to join, it's open forever. So send me a message and I'm happy to get you over the pattern. I'm gonna pause right here so I can get some more water and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I got some water for the little one. We have one more whip to show progress on, then we have a giveaway announcement, and then we have unboxing of my new kits from Fanzels. So this next one, so every week I draw prompts or spin a wheel and get like a little prompt, and then me and Sally and Abby then pick what projects we're going to work on to try and keep us motivated on like you know, working on older stuff. So one of the prompts, or the prompt this last week, was borders. Well, I've been wanting to stitch on this and this was just the perfect excuse. So this is Mermaid. Super, super cute pattern, but it is a mono and I didn't want it to necessarily be a mono. So I got some variegated floss. So that being said, let me tell you who the designer is on Etsy really fast.
Chippy's wow.
What?
Chippy's wow.
Really?
Chippy.
Chippies.
Come on, Mom. Come on, Mom.
What is it, sweetie?
Chippy.
The designer is LinaOva, LinaOva on Etsy. Anyway, so that's what. Yeah, bring it here and bring me. Oh, your bowl's right here. I guess we're getting a snack now. Okay.
Right there, Chippy.
Yeah, one sec. There you go. Go take it in mommy room. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Love you. Okay, so what I did is I dyed my fabric to be like a bluish, like mermaid-ish color. And then I picked some variegated floss. And the variegated floss I got is DMC. And it's color variations 4215. So this is the floss that I got. And it just reminds me of like a mermaid's tail. So it's got like blue, purple, like pinkish colors. And so that's what I did. So because it's, it was borders, it could be any pattern with a border, but I decided to then come, I was right here, and I stitched this over here so I can come down to the seaweed, the fish, and start the mermaid. Now I am doing a little bit of color blocking in that I want her face to be pink. I wanted the crown right here to be blue, and after that I don't really care. So anytime I get pink, I come to her little face. Anytime I got blue, I would come to the crown, but the crown is finished now. So now I'm just gonna do pink for the face, and then everything else I don't really care. But for this detail specifically, I wanted the pink to land in her face. There we go. And this is 18 count, and I actually am stitching this sampler 10 stitch. This is 3 strand for 18 count, 10 stitch. And it does change how some of the details look, but honestly, I don't really care. I like the way it looks, and I really love the speed of stitching 10 stitch. So to me, it's totally worth the details being changed in order to be able to stitch 10. Okay, now for a giveaway announcement. So, I found, let me get back on my phone so I don't mess up the name of the shop. The Stamped Stitch Club on Instagram. I found them and realized that they sell stamped kits that are for licensed art, which is so cool because a lot of the problems with stamped kits is that the art's not licensed and most of the time it's stolen. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes with stamped kits because they're all made in China. That's where all of the printers are. I don't know of any printers here in the United States. And it's just kind of a crappy situation because with stamped kits, a lot of times that's all some people can stitch. They can't stitch counted. Either it's too confusing or they can't see it. So the stamped kits is really a great option. And to find someone who sells stamped kits with licensed art is super, super cool. One of the artists is one of my favorite artists, Rose Kahn. She's got some of Rose Kahn's patterns that she's selling, and I'm just so excited for her that she started this shop with licensed art that I wanted to do a giveaway to celebrate it. So the giveaway is I'm gonna draw 2 winners. So the winner will get a pattern from my Etsy shop. So again, I sell counted patterns that are Pattern Keeper compatible. You'll get a black and white pattern, a colored pattern, Pattern Keeper pattern, and also the image in case you want to take that image to get a diamond painting or a stamped kit. So I will draw 2 winners. Each winner will receive a pattern off of my Etsy shop of their choice, which is Boogie Stitcher on Etsy. What you have to do to qualify, you have to be 18 years or older. Sorry. It can be anywhere in the world, it doesn't really matter. And you have to be able to give me your contact information just so I can be able to send you a message. So anywhere, either commenting on YouTube or on Instagram or Facebook or email, whichever. Other than that, oh, and you also need to go over to her Instagram page and follow her Instagram page. I will, yep, I paused it because it's playing in our room. Yeah, go watch True in Mommy and Daddy's room. I'm not watching it out here because I'm doing a video. I know, but maybe you can get some cars and play with some cars instead. Okay? So if you go over to her Instagram page and follow her over there, and then that's it. That's all you have to do. If you do that and then comment down in the video, let's do a comment of her Instagram name actually. Let's do that. So comment below the Stamped Stitch Club down below, and then go and like her Instagram page. Then you will be entered in to win one of my patterns off of my shop. So, and again, I'll draw 2, and I think I'll pick the winner this Friday. So this Friday, it's May 20th right now. So the giveaway will go, or the winner will be announced May 23rd. That's when I'll draw the 2 winners, and then I'll just post it in like, not really a video, just like as like an announcement kind of thing. But yeah, so go like her page on Instagram and comment down below her shop name, and then I'll have all of her information in the description box down below, along with her website and her Instagram name too. But yeah, let's share some love, because it's super cool that she can make stamp kits with licensed art, which is super awesome. So there's the giveaway announcement. And now for, oh, hi honey. Did I bonk ya? What you doing? Got a messy mouth. Are you gonna go find some cars? Go find some cars and race them for me. Can you race them?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got a giant package from Fanzels. So, what's wrong? What's the matter? What's wrong? The truck? There's trucks in your basket, you silly, and there's a tractor right there. I'm sure if you go look in the baskets, there's more trucks. Do you need me to help you find some? Okay, pause so I can find some trucks. Okay, hopefully this is the last like cut of the video. So a parent's job is never done. So this kit, or this package, is from Fanzels. I did their new photo customization like option, and I got all 50 by 50, all 11 count, because I absolutely love the Dragon Girl. That's just, I got her as 60 by 60 though, but these ones I thought they're big enough that I think 50 by 50 will be fine, the details. So first one, Again, I save pictures of all the things that I get. This is the Steampunk Water Fairy. Now, I could not decide if I wanted this one or the other one, which I'll show in a minute, so I decided I was just gonna get both. Lots of crinkling. So it came with a toolkit. We got pom-pom, gold tip needles, a needle threader, and a thimble. I do not use these needles because I stitch 10 stitch. I actually use a size 20 or a size 18 tapestry needle for my 10 stitch. We got poster pattern, shiny on this side, nice and big on the other. Here is the full kit for the full pattern. I can see her eyes, her ears, her wings, and see all the details on the pattern. That's what I love. It looks like we have 40 colors for this one, which should be pretty good since it's all pretty much like blue and brown and green. And I love the dark saturated stamping. So here is the full thing. Of course you have the window in the background, sorry. There's that. And it's 190 stitches it looks like. So to figure out, let's see if I can remember how to do this. I just was doing it the other day. To figure out if it's the correct size, centimeter wise is 2.53 centimeters per inch. So if I wanted, let's see, I think I was doing 50 divided by 2.53 equals multiplied by 217. So actually there should be 217 stitches in this one. So what I did is I took the total centimeters, so 50, divided by 2.53 because that's per inch, then multiply that by 11 count, and it says it should be 217 stitches. I have 190, so I'm a little bit off, which means that my centimeters are a little bit off. It's not quite 50 by 50. Now I need a tape measure to see. I don't know if I have my tape measure in here. Am I gonna have to cut again? Yeah. I have to go find my tape measure. I'll pause again. Okay, third time is not a charm. I have my very, very old and ragged measuring tape, and I'm just going to measure them to see if it truly is 50 by 50. Because to me, the size is very important to make sure I'm gonna get like all the detail. All right, so this is 43. Let's see. Yep, 43. This is 43 centimeters. So I didn't quite get 50. It's 7 centimeters off, which means it's almost basically the margin. So keep that in mind if you're ordering. That's a little bit of a bummer for me, but what can you do? I guess I need to start ordering 60 by 60. But I think because these pictures are a lot larger, like the face is really close up to you, I think it's gonna show me the details that I need. There's not a ton of details in them, and the detail that there is in her face, or the goggles, which I can see on the actual stamping. So it should be fine. But that's why I ordered a little bit bigger and not a little bit smaller, because I wanted to make sure that I'd be able to see it. And then I'm just gonna look at the stamping really fast. So again, the stamping is super dark and saturated, but sometimes, I mean, their stamping isn't very crisp. It's kind of like blown up a little bit. So like this is an equal sign and then a plus sign right there, I believe. And I'm just gonna look and see if I have a plus or if that's just an equal sign that's been blown up. Yeah, so that's actually just an equal sign, even though it kind of looks like it's like a pound sign. So those are the things that I look for in stamped kits. Is that going to be a problem for me? No, because there's no other symbol like that one. But I just want everyone to be able to know what they're getting into. Like if you're going to go and order from a shop, I want you to see what you're going to get. And that's the whole point of doing these. Like here is supposed to be an X. It's very, very light. kind of hard to see right there just because the stamping isn't quite as clear. But the saturation of the stamped kit is very dark, and that's what I need for me personally. And as long as there's no other symbol like it, I think for me it's fine. So there's that. Now you know what Fanzel's stamp kits look like versus Dream Stitch. Dream Stitch is super crisp, but a little bit lighter on saturation of ink. And you get to pick more colors from Dream Stitch. Okay, here is the colors that come on Floss Drops. Ooh, this color is really cool. It's like a lime green almost. I don't know if that's going to show up on camera or not. Let's see, forever to dim down. There we go. That's a really pretty color. But here's their colors. This side, fold it in half and try and show you guys the insides because Floss Drops are really hard. Here's that kit. Make sure to put it away so I don't get confused with the other kits that I'm getting or that I got. And back in the bag. Sorry I bumped you. Alright, there is that one. And on my Facebook group, Cookies Stitchers Crafting Corner, it is a private group and sometimes it's kind of hard to find for some reason, but if you have a problem, just send me a message and I'll help you get to it. I asked or did like a poll to see who all wanted me to start the Water Fairy versus this next one, which is the Steampunk Bat Fairy, and the winner was the Bat Fairy. So this is the one I'm starting today. And again, we have the normal toolkit. Here is the Bat Fairy. Super, super cute. She's got the little bats. Again, this is a pattern that I designed and sent over to Fanzel's to have made a kit. It's a 50 by 50, 11 count. I'll be stitching all these 10 stitch with 6 strands. And here is the canvas. I'm going to assume that this one is a little bit smaller than the 50 by 50 to account for the margin, just like everywhere else. But there she is. I can see her goggles, which is super cool. Let's see if I can see one of the bats. I can see the little bat. Oh, I love it. And then this one is 40 colors as well. And this one's stamping is better than the other one. It's still it is a little bit fuzzy in places. Let me find a good fuzzy spot to show you. Right here. Those are all V's. In like person, they look a little bit fuzzed out, a little bit better on camera than what they actually are. Those are all supposed to be equal signs. Some of them look like pound signs. So those are the things that might turn some people off of getting Fanzels. You know, Dream Stitch is a lot cleaner, but yeah, I don't know. Let's measure it because now I feel like I need to measure all of my kits to see. Yeah, it's exactly the same. It's 190 stitches, but I'll measure it anyway just because I measured the other one. So I actually, the last one, I don't think I flattened the fabric because it is like bent a little bit. This one is showing to be, after flattening it, 44 and a half centimeters, or wait, 44 and a half centimeters. Not quite 50. I think the other one is probably the same because it's the same stitch count. So we're looking at 44 centimeters instead of 50. So better than Dream Stitch, not by much, but at least it's closer to 50 by 50 than I was expecting. So yeah, let's look at the colors for this one. And this is the one I will be starting. Oh, the colors of this one, so pretty. What is it, sweetie? You need help. We're not going to go outside right now, sweet pea.
No.
Put it right there and, yep, there you go. Put your foot in there. There you go, grab the other one. No, you got to turn it around. Give it here. Give it here.
Call.
Yep, give it here so I can help. There you go. Put your foot in there. We'll go outside in just a minute as soon as I'm done recording, okay? I'm almost done. Sorry. Very, very pretty, vibrant pinks,
Mom.
purples, and blues. What's sweetie? What is it? Here we go, all those colors.
Can we have?
We're not gonna go outside yet. In just a second we can, okay? Play with your cars or watch True a little bit longer. All right, so there's that one. Now, a little bit of a sad part is I thought this package had a kit for my mom. Mom, if you're watching, I'm so sorry. I'll call you in a minute. I guess this one doesn't. This one has one of my other patterns. Honey, you gotta wait and just a minute, okay? Because I gotta go out there to watch ya. So, I guess this is another one of my patterns. Sorry, Mom, it's not yours. But this one is Nesta, or the pattern name on my shop is called The Look of Revenge. So I created this pattern based off of the character Nesta in A Court of Thorns and Roses book series. And this look just captured everything. I actually started this on 32 count, the pre-gridded fabric, and I decided with kids that just was not going to happen. I was doing it 1 strand 10 stitch on the 32 count, and I was getting lost. I could not focus enough to be able to see that small of stitching. I think if I didn't have the kiddos, it'd be totally fine, but because I'm constantly looking up when I'm stitching or being interrupted with, you know, kids wanting to go outside or get water or stuff, I just couldn't focus on it enough. So I decided to get it remade as a stamped kit so I would cherish it. So we got a kit, and here is the pattern. So I got, again, 50 by 50, 11 count. I'm assuming it's the exact same measurements, 44. I'll measure it again just in case though, but here she is. And I just love her. The look in her eye is just instant death. Like, I will get ya. And I can't really talk too much about the scene because I know some people who are reading the book series and I don't want to spoil anything, but this one comes with 40 colors. It's 50 by 50. Where did I put my measuring tape? I've lost it already. There we go. I'm gonna try and flatten this and measure it because it is folded. Flatten, flatten, flatten. Yep, 44. We got 44 centimeters in this one. And here is the pattern. I can see her ears. I can see her eyes. This is just, this is like my favorite pattern. Like, when I was able to create this image, it was just instant, like, that's the one. And then I had to, of course, I edit 90% of my images. I either get rid of background things, digitally paint certain details that are messed up, because I do use an AI photo generator to create my images, and then I go in digitally and hand paint things in, remove things, move things. So that's what I do to get my patterns. Again, we do have a little bit of the fuzzy. This is supposed to be like a left triangle. It looks pretty fuzzy right there. I can tell what it is because there's not a symbol like it, but those are all triangles and some of them kind of look like just like thick dashes. But we got 40 colors again, 190 by 190. I know, I'll open it in just a minute. You can't go outside if I'm not watching. Are you silly?
Mom?
Yeah? Yeah, come grab your apple juice. Are you gonna come grab it? Are we having a meltdown right now? Come grab your juice. Good thing this video is almost over. Okay, here are the colors for this. Again, 40 colors, come on Flosstube, so it's a little hard to show. This, I'm assuming these are skin colors right here. It will darken just a second. There we go. Super pretty colors. I'm gonna try and fold this halfway because I think that will show more. So we do got some blues for the water, purples, red. Super pretty. All right, that is it for this video. We had the whip update video, we had an unboxing, we have the giveaway announcement. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments down below. I'm an open book. I'm happy to help. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, I hope you all stay safe, stay warm, and take care. Bye.